Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're watching. Welcome to another mobile edition of Crime Time with DutyRon. You know the drill. I'm a retired New York City police detective, and if you like all things true crime related from the police detective's perspective, you're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So you'll get all things DutyRon and Ed Wallace when we go live and upload another video. And good news this weekend, instead of Friday night, because it's St. Patty's Day, Saturday forensics with Ed Wallace. We're going to have a forensic Saturday. It's going to be a great day on the weekend. I hope all of you can attend. I'm not sure when we're going to do it, but it's going to happen soon. So I want to just say a special thank you to the subscribers, the Patreon supporters, the channel members, and everybody who positively engages in this community. You guys are what makes it a great place. Tonight, I have a special live stream for you. We are going to go over Alec Murdaugh. We're going to go over his custody in the Department of Corrections in South Carolina. You know, he's in Kirkland Correctional Facility. It's in Columbia, South Carolina. We have our corrections expert, Connie Aileen, Anthony Ganji, and two other special guests. They're going to be joining us at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. You're not going to want to miss it because I have somebody who has very good inside information in regards to Kirkland Correctional Facility. As a matter of fact, my guest tonight, and I'm going to give it away, he was an inmate in Kirkland Correctional Facility in Columbia, South Carolina for a 10-year period. He's going to tell us the ins and outs of inside Kirkland Correctional, where Alec Murdaugh is now for the next 45 days, give or take. That's where he's going to be. And they are going to do evaluations on him. So I think tonight with Connie, Anthony, and we're going to have Russ Hamilton join us. He's part of the Tier Talk family. Russ is going to come on and we're going to speak from the corrections executive side. And Connie is an intake expert. She knows everything about taking in new inmates and the actual procedures that go on. And we're going to have somebody who walked the walk and talked the talk inside that very large correctional facility. All right, guys. D Banks is in the chat. I want to highlight a couple of friends coming in. I know it's been a while. This week has been very busy at work. So thank you, D Banks. Hello, Sergeant George Eshok, Louise Tresco, Mel. Thank you for being here, Miss Donna Marie. Thank you for all you do. MMM Rhino Girl, always great to see you from different parts of the globe. People checking in. Rhino Girl is always in the chat and watching the replays and leaving comments. I appreciate that. So, how many of you, by a show of hands, have followed the Murdaugh trial? Alec Murdaugh, a disgraced solicitor, lawyer in South Carolina, centuries of the Murdaugh family in command and control down in South Carolina. They call it the good old boys. He's had him and his family have had their hands in everything and anything down in South Carolina. People fear this family, and for good reason, because a lot of people who come in contact with this family wind up dead and or getting swindled out of money, clients alike. You got 99 more cases of embezzlement that Murdaugh is going to have to face the music for. He's already serving 2 life sentences. And you know what? This guy is a piece of human garbage. He swindled money from the very people he may have alleged to have had a hand in their demise. He tries to get things in his favor for things that have happened between his sons, his family, and his own doings. This is a really bad guy. And you know what? I'm happy that he's behind bars for the rest of his life, and he'll never get a chance to to see the light of day. Thank you so much, Haley, for being a silver member for 2 months. Much appreciated. Thank you. kindly. Southwest 4x4, Eileen, Jeanette, Cat H, Miss J/ML, Jackie R. Hello to everyone. Debbie Thompson's checking in. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tonight, we're going to give you a breakdown from the corrections professionals and also from an inmate's perspective. So tonight we're going to get two sides, and it's going to be an interesting perspective because we're going to be able to hear what an actual inmate who spent a decade in the facility and in other facilities throughout South Carolina. I counted, they have 22 state correctional facilities, male and female. Some of them are dedicated to females, there's some for juveniles, but there's 22 state correctional facilities in South Carolina. I was pretty surprised. That sounds like a lot of correctional facilities, state corrections. We don't know where Alec Murdaugh is going to wind up, but I could tell you this: where he is right now at Kirkland Correctional, they have a wing inside that facility for some of the worst of the worst. And I took some notes. Actually, they have a death row section, and they are capable of housing some of the worst, the most dangerous and violent offenders get housed permanently at Kirkland. It is a clearing location. In other words, 8,000 inmates a year go through Kirkland Correctional Institution. It's in Columbia, South Carolina, but in the state of California, in the state of South Carolina, 8,000 inmates per year get processed at Kirkland, and then they get sent to various other locations. Cecilia Mathis, thank you so much for the super sticker. 10 months, a member of the DutyRon Bronze. She says, thank you, DutyRon, for your perspective on this. Thank you. I appreciate it. So here's the deal. I got a feeling that we are going to get some really, really good perspective tonight. The guests that I have coming on, again, have experience handling inmates on a regular basis. Anthony Ganji from Tier Talk, he's a prison executive. He's a boss inside some of the toughest facilities. Russ Hamilton, he's been in and out of different facilities across the United States. And Connie Eileen, I don't have to say anything about Connie. She's a consummate professional. She breaks things down for us in layman's terms. You can easily understand what she's going to tell you tonight. So I'm hoping that each and every one of you will set your calendars, set your reminders for 9 p.m. Eastern to come and hang out with me and my 5 esteemed guests. Yeah, I mean, Rhino Girl, how could you not love Connie? Connie is, I can't wait to sit down and actually break bread with Connie and hang out with her because she is a wonderful human being. So we're gonna break down both sides of this thing. We're gonna talk on the admin side, how correction officers handle types like Alec Murdaugh. We're gonna ask specific questions, but I'm gonna ask you guys to go over and do me a favor. Go on over to DutyRon.com and send in questions for me to ask during tonight's show. I would like to highlight and ask your specific questions. And, don't forget, we're going to have a former inmate, a former prisoner who spent a decade behind bars at Kirkland Correctional. So don't forget to ask questions to him so he can answer your questions towards the end of the show. And send in your questions for Anthony, Russ, and Connie. It's going to be a fascinating hour live stream. I hope that each and every one of you guys can come and hang out. Great to see you, Gayla. Thank you for joining. Hi, Heidi Cakes. Always a pleasure to see you. I love that screen name. Gail Kelly is here. Black Rose 11. Mono Sonic, New York. Maniso, New York City. Thank you so much. I turned your screen name into something more than what it was. Gemma's Journey and Grace from the UK. Oh my goodness, good to see you. Hi, Tilda. Thank you for joining. D Banks, I said hi to you. Anthony and Connie are awesome. We can't wait for this prisoner perspective as well. Yeah, I got to tell you, I have never, I have never had as a guest a former inmate. And you know what? This person who is going to join us tonight, he's 30 years old. Okay, so he went into custody at a young age, and he's now 30 years old. So he did just about a decade or a little bit under a decade in prison. He was sentenced to 10 years. I think he did about 9 years. He's only been released from Kirkland Correctional from January of last year. So he's out just a little bit over, 12, 13 months, 14 months. And we're going to get a perspective that I've never been able to get from one of my YouTube interviews. I've never had someone who has been incarcerated for a decade. And that's a long time, and it's actual piece of the most important parts of your life, the 20s, your early 20s, 20 to 30 is supposed to be some of your most fun times. And we're going to talk to him about what it was like to be locked down in Kirkland Correctional. Christopher Fan, always thank you for the $10 super chat. And for those of you who send super chats, thank you so much. It is so greatly appreciated. The super thanks that you guys leave when you watch the replays, that is so, so darn kind. So Christopher says, I rarely make a live here, but you're one of my favorite channels. You know, thank you. I'm honored by that statement. And, I'm not for everybody, and I don't intend to be for everybody because, everyone has their own tastes in who they like to watch and listen to. But thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. Um, and here's another one coming in, a double $10 super chat. And shout out to Ed wherever he is. Ed is home, and he is going to be live with us on Saturday. So mark your calendars. We were going to go live on Forensic Friday, which is tomorrow, but it's St. Patty's Day. And isn't it true that we're all Irish on St. Patrick's Day, no matter what you are and whether you're Italian, German, French? I think all of us can agree that on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, we all become Irish. No matter who or what we are, we become Irish on St. Patty's Day. Cat Z86, thank you for being here. DutyRon speaks the truth, real deal, Holyfield. Thank you. So I took this week. I couldn't be on with you guys live. My work schedule is just so crazy. And it was just off the hook craziness. And I had a couple of things happen personally with my son and some health issues, and we're just doing what we can. Christelle says, Duty Ron, I was listening to that guy when I heard you and said you email. Yes, yes. So that's who's going to be on with us. You were there in the chat. So yeah, you're going to have to tune in tonight. It's going to be an awesome. I am so excited. Jersey Eagle, thank you. Hi, Kitty. KU. I am so excited about tonight's live stream. I haven't had this level of excitement in a long time because I want to learn about the inner workings. And again, I'm begging you guys to go over to DutyRon.com and ask the questions. And thank you, Christopher, for the $20, the two $10 super chats. Much appreciated. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate it. Everything is fine. It's good. It was just a rough week. It was a rough week. Team Brittany, always great to see you, and thank you for being a channel member and all of that good stuff. You help out so much with behind the scenes stuff that you send to me. I greatly appreciate you and everybody else that comes in. So this facility, just to give you a little overview, Kirkland Correctional Institution in Columbia, South Carolina, was built in 1975, and it has a prisoner capacity of 1,781 prisoners. So it is the location where Alec Murdaugh is right now, and we're going to get some inside, behind the scenes look at his day to day. What's it like for him? Is he going to be able to get guests and visitors? Is he going to have a phone? Is he going to be able to go on the internet? Is he going to be able to communicate with the outside world? These are questions that I want to know. Let me know here in the comment section. Do you think that Alec Murdaugh and other inmates that are serving time should be able to have access to cell phones? I know it's a danger, it's a danger to society at large. But is that a right that they deserve to have, being convicted of heinous crimes and now being able to have the luxury to sit and phone somebody from within your jail cell? Let me know what your thoughts are on that, because it's a mixed bag of emotions. Some people say yes, some people say no. I don't think it's good safety wise, because they can order hits from the phone. They could go after people who got them incarcerated or that testified against them. They know a lot about everything that is has to do with the investigation. Why should inmates have access to cell phones inside a prison? It's unbelievable. So yes, Jumpsuit Pablo is going to be joining us live tonight. That is the guest that I'm going to have on. That is a former inmate and was inside. His custody was there inside Kirkland and other locations throughout South Carolina. He's going to give us a really, really good overview of what it's like day to day, the daily struggles, what type of things, what goes on inside, because inquiring minds want to know. So that's all I got for you today, tonight at 9 p.m. So what's going to happen is I have this live stream, I have it linked to tonight's. So if you stay here when this thing wraps up, if you stay here, it's going to direct you to tonight's live. Make sure you hit the notification on tonight's live. When you get there, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys could, I'd appreciate it. If you're not yet subscribed to Crime Time with DutyRon and Ed Wallace, please go over and hit that little subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Share it out onto your social media platforms. The more people who watch it and the more people who will leave comments, the more engagement we get. YouTube sends it out and everybody can get a good look at what we're doing. I appreciate everyone that has become a part of this community. While Z Pony is in the house, there's my good friend. I love and respect her tremendously. Aaron Olson, I've caught some of Pablo's videos. He's amazing, so well spoken. Yeah, and I want to highlight, Aaron, not all people who make mistakes and get convicted and go to jail and spend time in prison, not all people who go to prison are bad people. They just make bad decisions or did bad things. And unless you've taken somebody's life or have been sentenced to a life in prison, I think not all, but most prisoners deserve a second chance to get out. And if you served your time and you were sentenced to a, uh, you know, 10 years, 15 years, and you're able to survive and get out of that alive, you deserve a chance to come back and positively contribute to society. I really believe that because, my company that I work for right now, I am the director of security at an Amazon affiliate, and we employ a lot of former inmates, people who have done time in jail, and we employ them, and they are reliable, loyal, and just are thrilled to have a second chance at life. There are certain instances where people commit certain crimes where I don't believe that they should, be released out into the public. Sex crimes and crimes against children and things like that. There's some tough ones. There's some tough pills to swallow. But again, everybody that serves their time and that are sentenced under the court and justice is served and they serve their time, they deserve a chance at life and to do the right thing. And I think, from looking at him closely, Jumpsuit Pablo, his name is Paul. He has his own YouTube channel. I'll link it tonight in the description. He is on the right path. It seems like he's got his life together and he's trying to do the right thing. And he'll be on with us tonight. So let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this little afternoon broadcast. It's a preview for tonight's show. Again, when you get sent over there, make sure you, again, leave a thumbs up here. Go over to the tonight video that you'll be slid over to and give it a thumbs up. Give it a chance. You know, I had a nice phone call too today with Pablo, and he's a really pleasant guy to speak to on the phone. Very articulate. Seems like a smart young man, and I think he's got his stuff together. So I hope we'll see you guys tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you can't make it for whatever reason, watch the replay. Let me know that you're there. And if you like this video, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Much love from my house to yours, and I will see you tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with a star-studded lineup of a bunch of great professionals from the corrections department and our good friend Pablo. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.